Bennett off the ground as well is good. Valuable yards into the Panther forward line, but it's Marshall turns it back towards centre wing. Oh, beautifully done, Ben Hart. Threw himself at the ball and took a great mark on his chest. He's at centre wing and he'll play on quickly. His target is Burton. Watch for him, but Smart got the jump on the lot of them and he's taken it. Oh, he can't pay Burton in front.
Well, actually, Nigel Smart helped him mark the ball. He came down with it and Burton took possession of it as they came to ground.
It was a bit obvious and North Adelaide will score from it. It was a genuine umpiring error. Not much of the crowd picked it up. Maybe our vantage point is a bit unfair by comparison to where the umpires have to make their judgments from. Neil Craig from 40 metres. This will be his 7th kick. Beautiful technique. A magnificent player for his first. North Adelaide lost Mike Redden through a groin injury and concussion from last week's game. And as well, Mike Parsons left the ground in the first quarter, so they've had to do this job with a depleted side. And indeed, South without McIntyre and Trevito. Vanzetta with an opportunity. He runs the ball all the way in. No one comes to meet him. He kicks his first. North Adelaide's 14th on 9's Widewater Sports.
Well, I must say, no South Adelaide supporter would take responsibility for Darren Vanzetta then. Let him run a conservative 35 metres to make a surety of it. And as I said earlier, Darren Vanzetta on the run is not the greatest shot for goal, normally speaking. But by the time he got within 5 metres of the home base, he had to kick it, of course, and he did for his first of the game. And North Adelaide now stretch out a 5-goal lead.
Umpire called it a free kick. Darryl Hewitt plays on quickly, puts the ball long, one-on-one, Steckel versus Perkins. Perkins, strong, in front.
Well, I say first time he's been in front in the man-on-man contest with David Steckel, and it paid, well, obviously the result is on the board.
Around the corner, good wording convenience. There's another battle and there's a ball at half forward as Kapler has the ball. One umpire will look after the fight. No, he won't. Both umpires are looking after the game with the ball. Harrison goes short. Page with an opportunity. He goes towards goal. Oh, great save on the last line of defence by Peter Turner. The fight is still on at in front of the grandstand. Is David Baker, Bennett with him. Baker gets the knock, but Terra Dixon out of the centre is good. Left foot forward, oh, beautifully controlled by Quinn. He couldn't continue it though as Sanders gets in the way. Klom, great smother, Dewhurst. He's very good at that. What a desperate player he is. So's this fella, number 7 for the Roosters, Kim Klom. To Bennett is good. The left footer goes wide. Oh, have a look who's there. Craig, he's all by himself. Short on a lead, Hart. Good controlled football by the Roosters. That's what'll win them this game. Plenty of experience.
And that also breaks the heart of all defenders when a player runs loose like that and the fellow with the ball decides to share it with him. If he shoots for goal, there's still a chance he could have missed. By giving it to Hart, he's made a certainty of it.
The skipper with his 13th kick has kicked his first goal.
He goes back again. Now handballs toward McCarty. McCarty back to Winton again. He's got a tumble punt forward, doesn't give the forwards much chance at all. Bradley Ryan says, thank you very much.
That was an awful kick by Jeff Winton. Really had plenty of time to kick towards his teammates, but no, straight to Bradley Ryan.
Now South Adelaide not doing enough work. We know that's part of their game they have to rely on. There's a great diving mark from Ben Hart, playing at half forward.
We're picked up by centreman Michael Bennett. Peter Bennett was the ruckman, I should have called. The tap out, the opportunity now for Harrison. Richard Harrison has the bounce, can get it across, or again South Adelaide making hard work of it. Across to Winton, has got to try and break the tackle, left the ball behind. Saliba did good work, got it out. Marshall's handball was stifled. In there Bennett working, Michael Bennett gets it out to Bickley, picked up by Marshall and kicked toward the centre wing. Neil Craig underneath the ball, well spoiled by McCarty, picked up by Ben Hart, across toward Turner. That's a great handball across toward Craig from Burton. Craig goes long to the forward area. Danger, Darren Jarman. He's got 6 and he's going to shoot for his 7th. Puts the thumb up and says, thank you very much. You
have to say, the way the game fell, Darren Jarman was never going to miss that mark. David Kapler was playing in front, which is the right spot to be in, of course. But sadly, he was out of touch with his opponent, who made a meal of that mark and kicked the goal. Great goal by Darren Jarman. 7 goals for the game. What a player he is. He's been the single difference between these two sides today, and Northall's running in. He kicks the hard ones, but sometimes misses the gimmies. And that was a gimme then again.
31 points, the difference in scoreline. Umpire saw the free kick to Klomp, who was put down behind the play. The ball was still in the air to be marked. Kim Klomp will take plenty of time because that's on North Adelaide's side. Well, he's not, in fact. He's putting the ball in long and deep. That right, it's long and deep, and Darren Jarman. That's a push out, or is it a goal? It's a goal. Well, he had all of us fooled. Umpire Rick Kinnear stood there and watched. Darren Jarman thought, I think, that he'd push the player in the back, and the smile on his face, I think, tells that he did.
Well, I think Darren Jarman...
And certainly a great performance there by North Adelaide, winning the first semi-final, of course, at Football Park today. 23 goals, 14, 152, defeating the Panthers, who are gallant in defeat, 14 goals, 12, 96, a margin of 56 points. But certainly North Adelaide were magnificent today, the goal kickers. North Adelaide, Jarman, well, he is undoubtedly, in my opinion, the best footballer in South Australia by a magical mile.
For next season. It's too early, isn't it, to really think back, but Darren Jarman will cause you a nightmare or two in the next few weeks when you try and work out what you might have done. What could you have possibly done?
Well, I suppose you could put, extra players on, but I mean, the guys, the one that didn't do all that badly. I mean, Huey did okay early. I thought his first quarter on him was very good. I thought David Kapler did reasonably well, but the way the ball was delivered, and he's very powerful in the air. He's a very good player. Yeah, I certainly don't want to see him for a couple of days.
Michael Noonan, you seem a bit happier today than you were last week.
Oh, certainly a win covers a multitude of sins.
What about the problems early with Parsons particularly? Of course, Redding didn't get picked.
Well, I was just wondering what I've done to somebody up there. Partway through the first quarter and I got no reserves and I've lost my only ruckman. I guess that sets the scene though. I mean, I had plenty to talk about from there on because it was a question of to the next 18 guys, no matter how old or how young they were, to contribute and work hard. And the spirit of the North Adelaide Football Club's alive and well.
And that young lad at centre half forward?
It's not a bad effort for a first semi-final, first game to pick up centre half forward. I'm not sure whether he shaves yet, but he did pretty well. We did a few other things to help him out a little bit, but his performance, Peter Turner's performance, the whole side's performance in terms of their contribution was great.
Well, those two in particular, but what about your juniors as well? You must have been superbly happy with the way they performed.
Oh yes, I think it just sort of adds to the fact that 2 arms and 2 legs, and if you fit into our team pattern, then all sorts of things can happen. I mean, the pleasing thing is with all the injuries, with all the change of personnel, we've still been able to get to the preliminary final, and we've played an enormous number of young men in our reserves grade, and our 17s have just made the grand final as well. So, there's some good things happening at North Adelaide.